previous life, you were a photographer.
Yes, I was.
So I guess that's why you chose to do a photo story.
Yes.
Tell me about it. Where did you go? What did you
okay, so there's no better way to tell a story except through capturing images, because it immortalizes the moment and allows you to interpret it over time, right? So I started from Kaswa, branched right through Bojoase, and went to Okitso. Okitso is the first town where we stopped to take pictures. Now, just a little bit of a background with the Ayensu River, because we're looking at the river Ayensu. Now, Ayensu River takes its source from the Bunso Hills, which is an extension of the Itiwa Range. Okay, so that's Eastern region. So the Ayensu courses through Eastern, Central, and Western regions, these three. Now, the Ayensu happens to be roughly just shy of 100 kilometers long. So it's about 98 kilometers long. And it terminates at Winneba in a little village called Warabeba. And that's where it terminates. So from Bunsu to Warabeba.
So from Eastern region
yes,
to the Central region?
Yes, through Western as well. But
which means it's not that far from Accra?
No, it's not.
Because you branch off at Kaswa.
Yes.
And when you got to Bojoase, you realize that you're not far from the river.
Exactly.
Okay. This is important because a lot of times when we discuss water and Galamsey, it seems very far from those in the capital. All right. Now, before I come to the pictures you have, which I know are many, I'd like you to explain what you just said by coming to the map.
Okay.
So that people can get a sense of what you're talking about.
Okay.
So if you can just move to the map and show me exactly where you are, what you're saying.
Okay,
yes.
so we're looking at, let's look for Bunsu at the moment. We're looking at Bunsu. Bunsu is in the Eastern region.
Yes.
So it's in this sort of area here. I don't know if you can help me locate where Bunsu is. Then we can start.
So we have Ayensu district where the yellow.
Yes, the Ayensu is where
is way south. So Bunsu is up north.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is Bunsu. This is Bunsu.
So Bunsu Hills is part of the Itiwa Range.
Wonderful.
But that's the source of the Ayensu River.
Wonderful.
Incidentally, there are three rivers that come from that area. So the Densu and the Brim also come from there.
So the Densu, the Brim, and the Ayensu all take their source from the Itiwa.
Yes, from the Itiwa
area.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
Yes.
And then you decided to start your journey from which part of the Ayensu River?
So let's say somewhere midway.
Midway.
Yes. So that's Bojoase heading towards Aguna Suedro. On that route, we hit the town of Okitso.
So the river starts on the Eastern region and terminates at Winneba.
Yes.
98 kilometers.
Yes.
All right. So show me the districts we're talking about. So you're saying Okitso is in Gomwa?
Gomwa East.
Gomwa East.
Yes.
I see.
Yes.
And so when you got to Okitso, what did you see? What are you looking to find?
So, well, basically, I went with a, how do you say, carte blanche. Yes. My mind was clear. I just wanted to see what was there, and what was happening. So, got there, got out of the vehicle to go and look at the river there, and lo and behold, this chocolate brown looking thing just coursing through the land, and it's very upsetting in a certain sense, because you're used to seeing clean fresh water passing through green vegetation, right? So to see this brown, it was almost out of place.
All right, so if you can reduce the map and show me the places you went to along the river course.
Okay.
Because I'm also told that there are some water treatment headworks along the course of the river.
Yes.
So if you can put that together for me, then I'll have a general broad overview of the journey before we get into the
let's
details.
look at the zoomed out image. And then let's go to Okitso. We'll look at the zoomed out image.
So there's Ayensu River.
Yeah, so the Ayensu River is passing here. But let's zoom out and then go in to look at what we have.
Wonderful.
Okay.
So keep going.
So we have Mankron Kwantai. That was another place that we went to. The map is doing its own thing. Okay. And then we have down here. Okay, there we have it. Okay, so let's go towards the sea. Let's turn it so that we have the sea in the right location. There we go. Okay, so we'll zoom out a little bit, and we see our towns. Okay, so Ayensu is out there, but that's not part. That was not my interest. My interest was where the river is. So we're looking at Okitso, as you can see Okitso here.
Okay.
And then we went through Mankron Kwanta, and then you have the Kwenyako headworks.
So the Kwenyako headworks is firmly in the Ayensu.
Yes, it's along the Ayensu. The Ayensu supplies the headworks.
So you came down from Okitsil.
Yeah, so Okitsil to Mankron Kwanta.
To Kwenyako.
There are other smaller villages, but then yes, and then we came to Kwenyako.
From there, where did you go?
So from there we went to Faumanye.
Okay.
Yes.
And then where else did you go?
And then we started to head south towards the sea. So then
you went all the way to Winneba.
Yes.
98 kilometers.
Or
part of the okay.
Panfo Chrome. All right. All the way down to Winneba.
So I want you to show me some of the things you saw.
Yes.
As you took the photos before I speak to Dr. Mauli Luma from the Water Resources Commission. Yeah. So what is this? So
this is there's a bridge at Okitsil, yes. And so we stood on the bridge and showed this is the south side of the river.
All right.
That we are looking at. So this is what's heading towards Mankron Kwanta.
All right.
Yes, and so that's what you can see there.
All right.
You can see, and now the thing about this is that for a lot of people, when you see Galamsey water, it appears to be maybe water that's colored.
Yeah.
You know, colored water, but it's silt that is refusing to settle.
Is silt refusing to settle?
Silt that is refusing to settle.
Okay.
You know,
this is what you saw.
That's what you are seeing. Yes.
Silt that refusing to settle. Okay.
And you, yeah.
So what else did you see in Okitsil, or where else did you go after that?
This one I found quite interesting because you have a pipe here which is supposed to carry water.
Oh, so this thing is
yes,
it's a pipe.
It's a water pipe.
Was water in it?
But there's no there can't be water in it because it's coming from the Kwenyako headworks, which is shut down.
So it was empty.
Yes.
I see.
So that's what we have here. I think we can move on. Let's
move on.
Yes.
So what is this? Same place?
Same place. Let's go to Aguna Oseidu. Aguna Oseidu is still before Mankron Kwanta. So again, so you can see what you're having here. So all the towns along the way, this is what they're experiencing, you know. And after Aguna Oseidu, then we go to Akokwa.
Akokwa. So, but is it a bridge people still use?
Yeah, it's a bridge. That's a bridge people use. Yes,
people use a bridge. Okay.
Yes, and in fact, there was a person from the village there who said to us, because he thought we were doing a news story. So he said to us, "Munkancha or number flexible because he encola no air bread." Okay. You know, the children cause that.
So you're saying this is not just brown water by silt?
Yes.
What is going on here?
Okay, so we can see a collapsed bridge. But for me, the interesting thing is not so much the dilapidation here, but what you're seeing here. This is a story of silt, because a river that is in motion, if the silt wasn't that heavy, should not be leaving deposits like this.
So there are deposits on the rocks?
It's a lot of heavy deposits
on the
in the river that's leaving on the rocks.
Okay.
And you can see some here as well.
So generally it should be smoother and greener.
It should be looking greenish like this.
Okay. But a lot of it is silt.
It's silt that is sitting on the rocks. Yes.
Did you capture how people use the water?
Yes.
Is this water they drink or they just cross it? What do they use the water for?
So people use the water to bath. They use it. So we can look at I have what we call human activity.
Human activity.
Yes. So human activity. I saw people bathing in the river itself. Okay.
In the river?
Yes, I saw people bathing in the river.
Can you show me that?
Yes, so we'll see.
So this is still Akokwa?
This is Akokwa. Okay, so this is an interesting picture.
Yeah.
So you have a site, probably maybe some construction is going to happen there. All these jerry cans are empty. There's no water.
There's no water.
There's no water.
I see.
So it was fascinating for me because it tells a story.
This is where?
Now, this is in that same enclave, Kwenyako. Now, it's actually what they call Mema Edwaria.
Mema Edwaria?
Yes. Now, I remember Edwaria because in the village setting, what we have is where the men bath and where the women bath.
Okay.
Now, men typically will bath in the northern side of the river. That means the side where the water is flowing upstream.
Okay.
And then the downstream side, the southern side, which is so eti and anafo, you know. So then the women will bath southern side. So this is where the boys and the men.
Were they bathing near the river or in the river?
In the river, you will see a shot where you see that. Yes, with soap. So
they were bathing the brown water.
Oh yeah, bathing the brown water. So you see this guy here. I had a conversation. So there's a gentleman there, happily bathing.
Oh, seriously?
Ojari.
So this is a wider area of rocks.
Yes, a wider shot.
So they are bathing in the river.
Yes. Some are playing, some are having fun, some are washing, different things.
Are they bathing because they don't have water flowing through their taps, or this is where they usually bath?
So typically, there's no water in their village passing through taps.
Ah, okay. So this is like
a normal practice. They come down to the riverside
and they bath.
To bath. So in times past, the water would have been clear and nice.
But now they are bathing brown water.
It's brown water, but
with silt in it.
With silt in it, yes.
Did you know you were filming him?
Oh, he did. He waved at me.
He waved at you?
He waved at me first. And then he saw the camera. He waved at me and then he turned around. He adjusted his shorts. I turned around and started bathing.
What? So all these people are there to bath?
So they're doing different things. This guy looks as if he's about to pee in the water. These guys are playing around. They were just playing around in the water.
Wow.
You know.
All right. So what about other uses of the water?
So you saw the guy who was washing his shoes.
So what is going on here?
Okay.
Go to Pamphochrome.
We'll get to, yeah.
I want to do they use the water to cook or anything?
Yes, so they use the water to cook. So that lady there, I asked her about what she was, why she's fetching the water. This one, there's a little girl here, and then a boy, and then she herself.
So what's happening here?
So she's just fetched water, filled.
Is this the same Ayensu?
No, this is the same Ayensu.
So you saw her go and fetch the water?
I saw her descend down to the water. I followed her down to the water. Then she used this bucket. So she would stand in the water, fetch the water, fill, and then the extra one would be.
Did you talk to her?
Just briefly.
And what did she say? Is this downwards of where the people were bathing? So those who were bathing were upstream?
Yes.
And she's fetching the water.
So this is Pamphochrome, which is further down. It's a different town. So the other people are in Konyako. The ones who saw bathing are in Konyako. And the guy who was scrubbing his shoes, I also spoke to him about what he was doing. I said, but when the water make your sneakers dirty, he said, yes, but we don't have any other choice. This is what
he was washing his shoes in the water.
Yes, and his
somebody
clothes.
bathing in the water.
And his clothes.
And this lady and her son are fetching the same water.
The same water.
But I'd like to acknowledge the presence on the show of Dr. Mauli Lumo, just to let the world know he's joined us.
Sure.
He is the Director of Policy Planning, Research, Monitoring, Evaluation. Doc, thanks for joining us on the program. Good evening to you.
Good evening, Bernard, and good evening to your viewing public.
I hope I'm not spoiling your lunch or supper or whatever you are thinking of eating later with these photos. Again, because of the work you do, this shouldn't be surprising to you. But based on what you've seen so far, we've traced the Ayensu River for about 2/3 of it. We ended up in Winneba. And for what we've seen so far, is this surprising to you that communities along the river bank, some are bathing with the water, and some are washing in the water, and yet some are fetching the water to go to use in the house? Is this a normal occurrence along our major river bodies?
Yes, Bernard, I think traditionally that is how our communities have always lived. Those who depend on who settle close to rivers. And as you can see, a lot of the communities are actually named after the rivers. So all the people along that line, the river, depend on it for various uses.
And does the yellow color or brown color of the river and what David is saying about the sediments, does this come to you as a surprise, or in the course of your work, this is no longer surprising? Because I know we've done a lot of work on the Pra, on the Ankobra, on the Bonsa. I haven't had Ayensu a lot. Kwanyako headworks were closed. So Ayensu is new in the discussion about the effect of human activity on water. Have you done any work on Ayensu at all? And do pictures surprise you in any way?
Yeah, we do take water quality data at Macron on the Ayensu. So we do have the trend we do compute the water quality on the Ayensu. All of devastation that we witnessed recently came as a surprise, and not so much as a surprise. With the level of work that people are working on the river, and then also I think this year the rains have also not been too favorable to us. They came very quickly and very shortly. I mean, they went away. So that also exacerbated the issues that they have over there.
So you're saying that Ayensu was looking more polluted than you would have expected because of human activity. Is that what you're saying?
Definitely. I mean, with a lot of people mining within the catchment. Whenever it rains, all the runoff that enters the river carries a lot of sediments into the river. So as a result, this is what you see. But like I said, the challenge also is that I think we've had a bit of a drought within this period, and so the flows in there went down, and that is why how come the challenge has become very pronounced.
So when you took the data at the time you did, what was the data saying? Can you explain it to us? You said that the data showed that the water was more polluted. What metrics do you use, and why was that number alarming or worrying for you?
Well, at Mancron in particular, it wasn't so alarming. If you compare, for instance, the total suspended sediments in the river and then the turbidity. If you check the turbidity for that Ayensu at the time, we are at Mancron for Ayensu, this was just in July. It was just around 700. And 700 isn't alarming. If you go to the Ankobra, you are looking at the thousands, 2,000, some places 5,000. So Ayensu wasn't that alarming. Pra was giving us about 7,000. The Brim was also giving us 4,000. So if you are 700, that wasn't alarming at the time, as I indicated.
We went there only last week, so you may want to go back to check if it's still 700, because later on we will show you the Winneba side, and in fact the Kwenyaku side, the headworks have closed actually because of the levels of turbidity. So it seems as if the situation has escalated pretty rapidly between July when you went there and this past few days when we went there. So you may want to go back there to check the numbers. But I'm sure you are in touch with the Ghana Water Company as well. They have shut down their Kwenyaku headworks, which suggests that the water levels have worsened.
Yeah, Bernard, when this issue came up, we did go there, and we did take the measurements again. So actually around the Kwenyaku area, and turbidity, that's when the issue came up just recently. I'm trying to get the value for the turbidity. It was quite high though. But okay. The question was whether were we taken by surprise.
Okay.
So when we got that recently, we were looking at almost 9,000 plus.
We will take a short break and come back and get into Kwenyaku and show what we saw. And later on, we'll go into the estuary itself, because we also noticed some interesting developments around the vegetation at the estuary. And I'm sure you'll get more numbers for us. This is the point of view. Tonight, we're doing a discussion around Ghana's declining water. And interestingly, the Ghanaian Times today had one of my guests, a doc, as the lead story. He was talking about the stress on Ghana water.